Hello, Namaskaram, Namaste, Vanakkam. I am Bharathi and here I am with yet another episode of Awestruck Abhi series, Gazing Stars. It was in the year 2002 and we were in Dubai at that time. It was the month of September. My son, who was sitting in the stroller, was always curiously watching everything around him with freshness and amazement. I noticed that he was gazing up at the sky, the reflection of millions of tiny lights glittering in his eyes. I stopped for a moment and looked up. I had been so intent on crossing the road to reach the Sahara Mall, just opposite to our residence, that I didn't notice what a gorgeous star-filled night it was. The moon shivered above us, casting an ethereal glow into the sky, and the stars, they went on and on like an infinite chain of light. The light of stars that had died long ago, and the light of newborn stars flickering like jewels, inviting us to get lost in the awe of the beauty, the vastness, the limitlessness of the universe. Abhishek was just 11 months old. He's a keen observer, observes everything around him so keenly. I noticed he has high visual spatial skills. I thought, wow, great. I thanked myself for this walk because that day I thought I would take him out on the stroller and walk up to the Sahara Mall instead of taking a cab. And I thanked Abhishek for this moment. I told my cute little bundle of joy, thank you for showing me the lights of a billion stars on a cool night. So gazing up at the stars reminded me how small I was in this beautiful, infinite universe. I couldn't begin to count the stars, couldn't even fathom how much light and potential lay beyond what I could see above me. There are as many ways of seeing this world as there are stars in the sky. But don't we all see life through our own lenses? No one can see what I see. No one can see what my son sees through his eyes. No one since the beginning of time and no one after me. And that humbled me and lifted me up at the same time. Each of us is a whole world, but we are also just one speck of a life. We all carry the whole universe within ourselves, but we are also just one speck of life. Just a face in the crowd. There was just the journey. There was just the immense beauty of the starlit sky and the opportunity to appreciate it. Perhaps it was an adventure after all. It was a precious reminder. Look up even when you're lost, being busy making money or doing mundane stuffs. And especially when you're lost. Just like in the movie Life of a Pi. When your map is useless and you don't even know where to turn, I suggest look up and gaze at the stars. For all along the way when I thought I was walking in darkness, there were billions of glittering possibilities shining above me. Thank you, Abhi, for showing me light. Not one, but billions. I just had to look up. Well, let's get to my son's awestruck moments. Whenever I caught him floating in the sky, immersed in watching the stars, I asked him, what makes you glued to the starry nights? He always said, Ma, they make me wonder. Wonder about the meaning and purpose of human existence. Wonder about our tiny size in the infinite universe. Wonder about the beauty of the cosmos. And another reason why I love stargazing is that the night is too captivating to let it go without watching it. I was like awestruck myself by his words. No matter how much I try, it will be impossible for me to describe the beauty of the night sky or the cosmos. It's something that only can be felt the way I feel. This is what my son said. So friends, I decided to make you hear it directly from him, my son Abhishek. So here are the few questions that I asked him and he answered. Please listen to what my son says. Thank you so much. Abhishek, since childhood, you've been too excited to watch the stars. You're always fond of darkness. You remember at the age of 8 or 9, you used to take your bicycle and go somewhere. You used to tell me that it's a park kind of place, and you used to just lie down on the ground and watch stars for hours and hours. So what exactly made you watch those stars, and what made you glued to this stargazing? What was your experience basically? Why you love to watch stars?
For me, stargazing is really a fascinating and blissful experience, if I have to say. Because when I looked up, I didn't see darkness and dots. It was never just darkness and dots. It was always something more than that. It was always 75% curiosity, I can say. Because there might be something out there that we don't know about. There's definitely something out there that we don't know about. And especially the stars we are seeing right now might not even exist at that place, because it takes like 12 light years for the light from the stars to reach Earth. So the stars might not even be there when we are looking at them. We are looking at the past, which means we are practically looking into the past. It's kind of a time travel. All this stuff fascinates me. It relaxes me. Stargazing is like listening to music. People who really feel the music can relate to this. Stargazing is something like that.
I remember post dinner, it was around 9:30. You used to take your bicycle and go out. Weren't you afraid of the darkness?
No, I was never afraid of the darkness. I like the darkness actually. I'm a big Batman fan.
Okay.
So Batman likes to be in the dark, so do I. But
you were watching the skies and the stars. So what have you learned from that stargazing? Have you learned anything specific?
Yeah, when I see a particular shape, I Google it, and it turns out that it was a constellation, and there are many patterns, there are many constellations out there. So figuring out the constellations is a big task. It's sometimes easy, it's sometimes right in front of you, but you don't see it. So figuring that out is a really interesting time to spend.
And do you do stargazing even now?
Yes, it's like asking someone, do you listen to music? You used to listen to music in 6th standard. Do you listen to music right now? It's stargazing. It's a habit. It's a hobby. I explained that it was something like listening to music. Why would I stop stargazing? The curiosity is still there. It's alive.
Okay, with this we have come to the last question. What do you want to tell your fellow mates or the children, the next generation children? Is it, about stargazing, what do you want to tell them?
About stargazing, it's a really nice thing to do. It will make you peaceful, I guess. It's a good hobby for a kid or someone of my age, and it really relaxes you, so everyone should try stargazing. I don't know why people aren't stargazing all the time, but as you say, there are people who don't stargaze, so I recommend them to stargaze.
Do you think it broadens your outlook perspective?
Definitely, yeah. People, when you stargaze, you talk to yourself, which is thinking, by the way. So when you think a lot, you get to know a lot. It broadens your perspective about everything. You realize that it's like you are so small in this vast universe, and it makes you realize how simple and how tiny our problems are, and it gives you motivation to solve them, or I can do it.
So, dear subscribers, you have heard from horse's mouth about stargazing. This was an impromptu interview and probably he was not ready for this question and answer session, so bear with us. So I would like to share with you a few benefits of stargazing, and here they are. Let me explain to you the benefits of stargazing. Stargazing is a free, constantly changing show that allows for a great conversation and bonding. It fosters inspiration and imagination, elevates stress, and increases happiness. More importantly, it's an activity enjoyed by people of all ages in all parts of the world. So I would like to share the key advantages of stargazing. Before that, I would like you to pause for a second and ask yourself, have you ever wondered when you had last looked up at the glittering stars? In today's busy world, firstly, no one remembers to go out and stare at the sky in search of a few twinkling stars. So now is the time. You need to get out of the house, go to your terrace, indulge yourself in the simple yet incredible pleasure of looking at the canopy of stars. If you want to make the most out of it, a better idea would be to go camping on your terrace. You will not be disappointed. Okay, let's look at the 7 advantages of stargazing. It definitely gives you a different perspective on life. Looking at the shimmering stars in the vast expanse of the night sky can give you a new perspective on life. It gives you stillness. When you are watching the stars, the world suddenly seems to become still. Connectivity to nature, third advantage. Stargazing also makes you notice the trees around you or the birds chirping nearby or how the stars are aligned. Anyway, coronavirus is doing that to us, I hope. And the next advantage is contemplation flows in. Have you ever thought while looking at the stars that you are actually looking at the past? As my son already told you. The stars are light years away from us, and by the time their light reaches us, they might no longer exist. Quite interesting, right? And the last advantage is appreciation for everything. The fifth advantage is appreciation for everything. All of us are so overloaded with work and deadlines that we often forget to look around and appreciate everything for what it really is. Everything that is so wonderful and so much in abundant is given free to us, and we take it for granted. So I hope this time, lockdown time, will make you more grateful and will allow you to appreciate everything that is around us. And then we have come to 6th advantage, that is, it's all free of cost, as I told you earlier. You don't need to spend a penny to gaze at the stars. So why delay? And then also, the 7th advantage, if you are a romantic couple, you can have a date out in the starry night. So with this, I end this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode and you will do more of stargazing and find yourself in those million stars. Thank you so much. Kindly do subscribe my channel, like my video, and do comment your feedbacks. Thank you so much.